Hi students, I wanted to go over the 1-6 journal assignment with you in this video to help you better understand what needs to be done so that you can all make high scores on our first major assignment. So I wanted to go over this with you. Here we are. This is Module 1, and we are going to go just straight to the 1-6 journal. And this is saying that now that you've spent some time writing down some potential issues, it's time to narrow the focus, reviewing the opposing viewpoints database and reviewing your brainstorming activity. Select 2 potential issues that are related to your career or degree. Now, I want to tell you that in my class, I don't make my students write about an issue from their career or your potential degree. There's a big world out there, and there are so many arguable sources or issues that you can choose something else to write about other than something that's in your career or degree. I've had a lot of students in the past just get so hung up on finding something to argue within what they're studying in college, and they just takes all their time and they get lost and confused, and it doesn't bode well. So you can choose a topic that is not related to your career or degree. Now, that being said, I really don't want any abortion topics. I don't want any legalizing marijuana or gun control. Those, yes, they are highly debatable, but let's think outside the box and come up with something fresh that's going on in the world other than those 3 topics. So I really don't want you to write about any of those. Okay, so what you're going to do is these are the prompts that you need to answer. And so it says, after exploring the opposing viewpoints database, identify 2 issues. Okay, so write a fully developed paragraph for issue 1. So issue 1 could be something like, should cities legalize safe injection sites for addicts? So that could be one issue. That's just an example. And you would fully develop that paragraph, explain both sides of the issue, and then explain how the issue relates to your field. Okay, so if this issue doesn't relate to your field or degree, then just simply tell me why you're interested in it. Why does it pique your curiosity to find out more about that topic? How did you think of it? I guess you could say that. And then so that's going to be paragraph 1. And then paragraph 2, you need to brainstorm another issue. Okay, it needs to be completely different than what you wrote about for issue 1, because you want to have a good couple of ideas that you could work with if one of the issues falls through and you can't find any research for it. So B is to write a fully developed paragraph for issue 2. So issue 2 would be something like, well, a few years ago when we had the big Dakota pipeline issue going on, that could be something to write about, whether or not that pipeline should go through or should be built through that land. Can't really remember all the details of it. It's been a few years. It just popped into my head. But anyway, that would be paragraph 2. You need to explain both sides of that issue, and then explain how it relates to your field. Okay, again, why are you interested in that topic? Now, number 2 here says to provide a link to your issue from the Opposing Viewpoints database. You do not have to provide a link. This is something new they started this past term, but from what I understand, they're trying to get rid of this, so you don't have to provide a link. If you don't, I will not take off points if you don't have the link, so don't worry about it. If you do, great. If you don't, fine. All right, so there are 2 paragraphs, okay? Paragraph 1 about the safe injection site, paragraph 2 about the Dakota pipeline. So after exploring the argumentativeness of your issues, take a moment to consider the bigger picture. Okay, then you need to choose one of these. You choose the issue you are most likely to write about. Let's say you really want to write about the safe injection sites and if those should be legal in cities in America. Then that's what you need to concentrate on with number 2. In 1 to 2 paragraphs, briefly reflect on the importance of persuasion with the potential issue you're most likely to write about. What side would you take? Do you think we should have safe injection sites in cities or not? What's your stance on that argument? And then you need to identify your potential audience and why it would be relevant to them. Okay, your audience needs to be more than just everyone, everyone in America. You know, that's way too broad. So you need to focus your audience. If you're talking about safe injection sites, who are you wanting to persuade not to have those legalized in cities? Probably lawmakers, the local government administration in your city. So you've got to focus your audience and not just say everyone. I'm trying to persuade everyone. You know, you can't, that's just way too broad. So, all right. So that's what you need to do. So in 1 to 2 paragraphs, you'll reflect on one of these issues that you wrote about. Okay? So we're looking at probably a 3 to 4 paragraph paper. So you're going to save your work in a Word doc, and you want it double spaced, 12-point font. Check for errors, all that. Proofread it, and then you need to submit it via the Module 1.16 journal link in Brightspace. I also wanted to show you that this is the rubric that I use to grade this assignment. So I'm going to be making sure that you have one issue, that you're going to have a second issue, that you're going to discuss which one of those you would argue and what your stance might be, whether you have an audience, a good focused audience, and that your paper is mostly free of errors. So this is the rubric you need to follow when completing the 1.6 journal assignment. And so when you're all done with that, you would go to, let's see, back to here, and I think this is where you would submit, but I'm not real positive. Anyway, you would go and you would submit your assignment. So anyway, that's what I wanted to go over with you with this journal assignment, and I hope it helps. I want everybody to make a great high score. Let's start off strong. Start our term strong, your grades. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Please email me. All right, bye.